Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Zoho Apptics 101 series. In this series, we will explore application analytics through Zoho Apptics. We will learn how to master the art of leveraging in-app insights to improve app performance and experience. Our product domain and experts from Zoho Apptics will be happy to help you at any point in time. So feel free to ask any doubts or queries using the question interface as the session progresses. In today's webinar, we are going to deep dive into why do we need application analytics, how it works, pain points and issues that app developers experience, an introduction to Zoho Apptics, Zoho's application analytics solution, with an overview of Zoho Apptics features, a live Q&A session. So let's jump right into the session. Did you know that the global app analytics market is projected to grow at a CAGR of 20.2% by the year 2028? With the increase in use of smart devices and apps, the necessity to use the right app analytics tools have also increased many folds. So, why do you need an app analytics? Understanding user behavior through app analytics is essential. You can monitor and check which features in your app are being used the most and which are least used. This way, it helps you understand how users interact with your app. App analytics also helps you monitor your app's crashes and errors, notifying you so you can fix them and ensure your users have a smooth experience with your app. Additionally, app analytics helps you see how often users return to your app, how frequently they open it, and how long they stay. This helps you create strategies to keep users engaged so that they use your app frequently. App analytics also provides reliable data that helps you make decisions not based on guesswork or intuition, but on real insights. How does app analytics works? First, you need to integrate our SDKs with your apps. The SDK collects the in-app data. Once the user starts using the app, the SDK tracks various events, screens, and user interactions. The collected data is then sent to the backend server for storage and analytics. Once the data is stored, it is processed to gain meaningful insights. The processed data is then visualized in the dashboard in form of stats and reports. These reports help you understand how users are engaging with your app and assist you in making data-driven decisions. However, there are a handful of hurdles that developers face here. Now, let's look at some of the commonly shared pain points by app developers today. Firstly, it's difficult to gauge how users interact with your app. You may find it hard to find which features are being used the most and how much value do they provide to users, and which places in your app require enhancements. Even after measuring important KPIs, at times the data you see can be fragmented or incomplete. And this makes it even harder for you to analyze and understand where your app stands in terms of performance and quality. When you don't have access to the right data and insights, you resort to guesswork, which might work in the short run, but this approach cannot yield favorable outcomes at all times, especially when it comes to any performance-related or time-critical issues. When you don't have the necessary reports, logs, and stack traces readily available at hand, it becomes even harder to figure out what went wrong, and the whole debugging process gets more complex and time-consuming. This means you need longer time to fix issues and resolve them, and this can hugely impact the app's overall experience and user satisfaction when users expect a quick fix and a smooth app journey. Sometimes this can also lead to higher uninstall rates, which neither would we nor would you prefer any time for our apps, isn't it? Not having the right analytics tools and insights in hand can really land you in some deep trouble. That's why you need to find your app a good analytics solution that can easily address these problems without demanding much time and efforts from your side. Introducing Zoho Apptics. Zoho Apptics is a comprehensive application analytics solution built on privacy by design principles to ensure data privacy and safety at every step. It is built by developers for developers. Zoho Apptics aims to meet the analytical needs of everyone involved in the app life development cycle. Boasting 20 plus purpose-built features, we provide a 360-degree analysis of your apps. It's not just about the numbers, but the insights and important KPIs that you want to right away deliver an exceptional app experience to your users. Now, how to start with Zoho Apptics? You can start by doing a sign up in the Apptics page, add a few lines of code to your app, and then collect in-app data for analysis. Let's explore the steps that will help you get started with Zoho Apptics. Let's start by creating a new portal. In Apptics, a portal is an organizational setup where we can house all the apps that you integrate with Apptics as individual projects. You can consider a portal as a portfolio of different projects with their respective data and stats. So we can do that once you sign into Apptics and create a portal from here. Enter the portal name and company. Then, you can select your preference on using Apptics user consent module for your apps. And if you prefer to obtain consent for collecting app data through Apptics, once you provide all the necessary details, click Create. Once the portal is created, let's add a project under the portal. Once the project is created successfully, choose the platform in which you want to register your app. Now, you can start registering your app from here. Provide the necessary details to register the app. Once the app is registered, you can complete the SDK configuration steps as given in the UI. For now, let's explore the console. Once a portal is created in Apptics, it will be listed here. This is the Manage Portal page, and here you can see all the portals that I have created. Since I created this portal, I will be the super admin in Apptics. We can access the portal by clicking on Go to Portal. And this is what it looks like inside the portal. This is the home page in Apptics where we get an overview of the basic stats available for the portal. We can see the stats for the portal only after we complete the configuration steps and integrate the Apptics SDK with the app successfully. Apptics offers lightweight modular SDKs that are easy to integrate and support an array of platforms like Android, iOS, tvOS, watchOS, iPadOS, Windows, Unity, Flutter, and React Native. These SDKs hardly occupy the app's memory and use minimal resources. They run silently in the background and work seamlessly even when offline, avoiding any performance issues. So we integrate the Apptics Analytics SDK and start gathering core analytics data like sessions, crashes, selected screens, and defined events within 15 minutes. We can enable or disable tracking whenever you want. Apart from these basic stats, there are features present in the Apptics console as individual plug-and-play modules that we can configure anytime according to your requirements. So before we look into these features, let's learn where you can access these features in the Apptics console. Remember the homepage we talked about earlier? This is what the homepage looks like once the SDK integration is completed. As you can see here, we have some basic stats available for the portal here, like the number of new devices, active devices, screens, and sessions. Now let's move on and go to our project and explore the Apptics console and its features. Navigate to the Go To project and click the project you want to see the stats for. And tada! This is what the Apptics console looks like for every project. The console is divided into 3 parts: the left menu, the console, and the right menu. The left menu helps you navigate through different modules. The console is where we perform all the actions and configurations for the project. The right menu helps to manage settings and make changes on the portal level. To manage settings on the project level, let's navigate to Project Settings in the left menu. As I scroll through the left menu, you would have seen a list of all modules that you can navigate to. Now, would you believe if I say that every module is a feature? Yes, that's true. We have grouped these features into different categories based on the purpose they serve, i.e. app adoption, health and performance, usage and engagement, growth and management, and privacy. Each feature helps you solve different problems. Let's look into them one by one. First off, we have app adoption. Once the app is published in the marketplace, we need to know how many people actually download and actively use the app, isn't it? We can measure the app's adoption with metrics like new devices, active devices that will help you understand how well the app is received in the marketplace. Say your app got 100 app downloads last week, and your friend was one of them. This means as soon as your friend installed the app and once their device got registered with Apptics, it was counted as a new device and shown in the Apptics console. Similarly, you can see the number of active devices in the past week. It shows the unique number of devices that opened the app at least once in last week. You can also look into the number of new and active devices, sessions, and crashes for individual countries as well. Next is app usage and engagement. Collecting data points like events, which can be both predefined as well as custom configured, screens that tell you which interfaces and UI elements that make or break the in-app experience for users, and sessions that basically tell you how much time people spend on your app. These metrics form the foundation for application analytics. So once you track these basic stats, you can use custom property search to draw hidden insights and track and analyze user flows, funnels, and retention that help in understanding the user journey from the user's perspective. Custom properties. They help you add and track additional properties that are otherwise not tracked in Apptics. You can later use them as personalized search filters to analyze specific insights about the app. User flows. As the name suggests, they provide you an overview of different pathways that users take to navigate through different screens or events within your app. You can also see the backward flows that happen within your app as well. Funnels. They help you create dynamic funnels for various user actions. Analyze how many users complete every step in the funnel and identify friction points in the journey with a drop-off rate. You can create funnels in Apptics based on either screens or events. Retention. In Apptics, it gives you an idea of your app's overall retention rates. You can view day 0, daily, weekly, and monthly retention graphs to learn how many people actively use your app. Then we have App Performance and Health. Under this category, you have crash reporting and analytics, symbols and mappings, remote logger, performance metrics, and API tracking. With these features, you can monitor your app's health, identify any performance hiccups, and debug issues efficiently. Say your app suddenly crashed in one of your users' device. Apptics will immediately send you a crashed report in real time, which can be later used for debugging. You can then have a deeper look into the unique issues that caused the crash, analyze various crash instances and timelines, learn more about the crash environment, skim through symbolicated and obfuscated stack traces, and access real-time application logs remotely to make the entire debugging process a whole lot quicker. Performance metrics. It's currently available for iOS apps that are in the App Store. You can analyze key performance metrics like battery usage, memory consumption, launch time, and responsiveness for your app, and identify performance issues like memory leaks, hitches, UI hangs, and background terminations with ease from within the console. API tracking. It helps you gain insights on your app's API usage, efficiency, and success rates. You can configure APIs that are used by your app, monitor every API call that is triggered for your app across various devices and platforms, and get access to details like the total API count, the success and failure counts, and average response time. The next category is App Management and Growth. In this category, you have in-app feedback, which helps you collect contextual feedback from users while they are still using your app. From allowing users to share feedback or report problems with a simple Shake to Feedback pop-up, analyzing the feedback reports and associated data in console, to assigning the reported bugs and feedback as support tickets and addressing them as soon as possible. You can create a complete feedback loop for your app using in-app feedback feature in Apptics. Did you know that the feedback comes with a smart masking feature that can mask any personal information that the user is trying to share along with the feedback? In-app ratings. It helps you trigger many rating prompts at the right moment. Instead of prompting your users to rate the app when they are yet to explore your app or still getting used to its interface, you can configure rating prompts that will be triggered to users only when they fulfill the criteria you set. Store reviews. It helps you view and analyze all the reviews and ratings you receive from both the App Store and the Play Store in one dashboard. You can reply to the reviews you receive from within the console. Then you also have in-app updates and remote configuration that help you keep the app experience up to date and relevant for your users. In-app updates. It enables you to notify users of the recent updates in form of in-app update alerts. You can configure ignorable, remind me, and force updates and trigger prompts to users and prompt them to update to latest app versions. And once the update pop-up is triggered, you can also measure its reach and effectiveness. You can see the number of impressions, clicks, and downloads registered for the update pop-ups shown in the promoted app version. Did you know? Zoho Apptics is the only solution that supports app updates for apps that are hosted in your custom URLs than the marketplace. While you still need to keep your app updated, releasing back-to-back app updates for simple small changes can leave users frustrated and even can lead to uninstalls. But no worries, we have remote config for you. Remote configuration. It allows to make dynamic changes and customizations to your app remotely instead of releasing frequent updates. You can release and deploy time-critical features as per as requirements. Do canary launches of UI elements, personalize app behavior, roll out custom banners to specific countries, and much more. With all these features, you can collect first-hand feedback, engage with users, identify app functions and features that can be optimized to improve app quality, and deliver memorable and up-to-date app experience with Apptics. Last but never the least, there is app privacy. Apptics has been built on privacy by design principles since day one. Taking it a step further, Apptics has some purely privacy-focused features like audit logs that helps keeps a record of important actions and configurations that happen within the console. Role-based access control that enables you to manage the roles and privileges given to your team members inside the Apptics portal. You can decide who can access which modules and perform what actions in the console. Apart from these features, you can also give your users control over their data sharing preferences with industry's first user consent management for mobile apps. The user consent management module allows your end users to set their data sharing preferences. They have the options to opt in to share data with identity, opt in anonymously to share data without associating it with an identity, or opt out from sharing data altogether. Now that you have seen the features that already have been in daily use, let's also take some time to look into the features that are in our roadmap and are getting ready to take the spotlight. Here is a list of features that are included in our future roadmap. We have user segments, push notifications, in-app messaging, ASO, APM, product analytics, and much more. As we had discussed earlier in the session, Zoho Apptics aims to offer end-to-end product analytics that cater to all your analytical needs throughout the app's life cycle. From a budding solopreneur to a large enterprises managing multiple apps, Apptics grows and scales alongside your app. To quickly summarize today's session, we saw how app analytics works. We explored application analytics, had a brief introduction to Zoho Apptics, looked into the features categorized into different segments. And with this, we come to the end of today's session. Hope you found it useful. Let's now have a quick Q&A session as we promised at the beginning of the session. We will meet you soon in the upcoming webinars. Until then, happy learning.